Hey, welcome back to the Shanty Shack project boat, the River Rat. And I just want to do a quick video on the progress. It's pretty much almost complete. Taking it down next week to have the motor mount repaired. I may even video that. Once that's done, I can bring it back here and put the roof on this thing and start the interior. So now you might notice there's two big gaping holes on each side. Everywhere else is pretty well closed in. That was a change of plan in my mind. I was going to do something else. Now I'm just going to take a full sheet of 1/4-inch plywood and just cover that up, put a circular window on this side, and just solid on the other side. Got all the windows in, the door frames are all built. This is pretty much it for the update on the construction. Now, I have a jig that I made, that I mounted my hinges on my door. They're square hinges, 3-inch hinges, there's 3 of them. No problem, I already have that jig. It's a plastic jig, and you know, it'll do. It's not something I would use long term. Now, I've marked out where the hinges need to go on the door jamb, which I doubt if you can even see that. I'll try to zoom in on that a little bit. There's somewhere on there is a markings. So anyway, I decided, you know, out of a scrap piece of 2x4, I would just make my own jig for the jamb, because you still got to recess it into the jamb. That's just a 2x4. So I made one out of a 2x4, and I want to kind of show everybody how I made it. It took me all of about, I don't know, 10-15 minutes to make. And I've tested it and it works good. So I'm going to go on from there. We'll come around the front first to give you an idea of the progress here in the front of the boat. And the side of the boat. Siding that was done. Window was installed. And you can see here that the front door is in, but it's actually just sitting there. I still need to route out the door jamb. That door is designed to swing open up against that other window so I can see clear through. The center hole, I've yet to mount the window, but that's going to show all the way through, so if I need to continue to drive and I want the door open, I can do so. The one in the back is set to hinge the other way towards the outside of the boat, outboard side, and that's just there to access in and out of that in and out of the boat. So again, let me show you the jig, and thanks for watching. Alright, I'm going to take this piece of ordinary 2x4 and make my own jig. You can see I've got everything marked out for cutouts, and this will be a jamb jig to run my router in here for my hinges for the doors. It's a one-off. Probably throw it away when I get done with it, or throw it in a pile, but yeah, I could go to the store and buy one and probably pay $20 to $35 for a jig when I could just make one real cheap and quick and utilize this to route out my hinge holes or my hinge depressions. So anyway, let's get to it. I'll cut all this out, come back and show the finished product that I'll use. There'll be 2 holes drilled here. Screw this will go on the door jamb this way. Screw these the whole affair to the jamb, run my router in here. That should do it. Alright, well, the first thing I need to do is cut this off. This is the right length. Scrap pile. Now, have a depth gauge here. Stop gauge, I guess you could call this. But what it does, gives me the depth that I need to go here. I'll have to finish off either with a handsaw or a jigsaw. The rest I have to do on the table saw. Okay, this is what I used as a jig. It's just a store-bought. Goes up against the edge of the door, and you route here, remove it, you're done. Clamps down. This one that I've made out of a scrap piece of 2x4, made all my cuts down this way and across. That gives me my lip, and these two cuts here, and then across here with my jigsaw gives me that. This is a finished product. So alright, what I would do, put this up against the jamb, run my router in this jig. The depth I need, it's a little less than 1/8 of an inch. That would give me my pattern for my hinge, so it's recessed into the jamb. Simple homemade thing. I've just got to drill 2 holes so I can screw it down to the jamb, push it up against the jamb, run some screws in there, boom boom, done. And there you have it, a hinge jig. Now, I'll have to square this off with a chisel because I have square hinges, but I would have to do that with a commercial jig anyway. So, looks like I got a little bit of a lump there. I don't know if I missed it. No, I'll have to file that out of there. But I think you get the picture. There's my jig. I may want to recess that just a little bit more, just a hair. But it works good. So, there you have it. Thanks for watching.